then when you go for refuge, you're going for refuge to that wisdom. You're hoping the causes for you to go for refuge are fear of the lower realms and belief that the three jewels can help you. Then the three jewels can't help you from their side. You can study and meditate. Then you will have the realizations, and those realizations is what helps you. Then the three jewels from their side cannot be of any benefit unless your mind changes. And that comes from very serious Dharma practice. Then the last one is karma, lei, and its effects. Then Master Vasubandhu in the Abhidharma Kosha, 3rd chapter, maybe 4th, I forget, says the whole world and its contents, all the world, the earth. Then they called it back then Jamudvipa. Jamudvipa, all that world and its contest, all that world and the contents, the inhabitants of that world, then is not caused by a creator deity. Is not caused by a first cause, a big bang that didn't have a previous big bang. Then that world is caused by karma. Then he defines karma as the movement of the mind, the consciousness. Then the consciousness moves to an object. Then depending what's in the mind, if it's an ignorant mind, then it generates certain nyomos towards objects. Then it creates all the 12 links of dependent origination. Then we're going to go over those tomorrow night. The 12 links of dependent origination with the Heart Sutra class. Then that causes the suffering realm that we exist in as human beings. Then part of the preliminaries here in the second river of instructions, the last one is just being knowledgeable and meditating on karma and its effects. Mainly, that cause and effect are infallible. If you do a virtue, then you will experience pleasure, bliss, good feeling. Then if you do non-virtue, then you'll experience suffering. Then how do you know? You can't. Emptiness is a subtle object. Then there's gross objects, subtle object, then most subtle object. Then emptiness is a subtle object. Then karma is a most subtle object. Then the Buddha says, unless you're a Buddha, then you cannot see karma. The Buddha, in his state, can see what is beneficial, what you should do, and what you should give up. What states of mind should be cultivated, and what states of mind should be let go of, and how to do it. Then for karma, and it's meditating on karma and its effects, you have to have faith in the Buddha, that he wouldn't lie. Then it's impossible to logically figure out karma. Then it can only be done when you become a Buddha. Then the second river of instruction, the secret river of instructions. The first point is recognizing that you and all the beings are the same, exactly the same. Then some person may be rich, some person may be educated, some person may be famous, then they think, oh, I'm better than this person. Or some person may be moral. Then some people lie. Then you think, I'm better than this person. Then that may be true, but in this sense, then that person is the same as you, is because they want to be happy. They want happiness and the causes of happiness. Then they don't want suffering, samsara's many sufferings, and the causes of their sufferings. And, but the beings, the mother beings, then they do all wrong causes to get happiness. They do the causes to achieve suffering. Then they want happiness, but they just do all the wrong karmas. Then this is the first point in Dakshanyamje, which means exchanging self and others. Then the main point here is to go from the mind that cherishes yourself and exchange it with, shift your focus to worrying about all other beings. Then the next point is thinking about the faults of the self-cherishing mind. Self-cherishing mind, dakchedsen. Then, I should say, daksen. Daksen is the king, the main mind which grasps the parts of a person as self-existent. Then it's like the king. Dakchedsen is the self-cherishing mind that is born from that king. Then it's like the king's ministers. Due to that ignorance, then you have the self-cherishing. They're very much interconnected, these two types of mind. The dakchedsen, the self-cherishing mind, can be thought of as a sickness or a demon. Then you may run into a demon and they may try to harm you in this life, or an enemy. Then that enemy or demon can harm you in this life. But this disease, this enemy, this demon of self-cherishing has destroyed, has harmed you countless lifetimes, is the cause of all sufferings. Then if you have this self-cherishing mind, then it makes you difficult to relate to anybody. If you have this mind, then somebody who is more educated than you, or is more famous than you, then jealousy arises. If they're better off than you. Then if you have this self-cherishing mind, and somebody who's about on the same level with you, the same level, then due to this mind, competitiveness arises in your mind, causes problems. Then if you have this self-cherishing mind, and somebody is not as educated as you, is not as famous as you, as not as moral as you, considered lower, or not as rich